The Nevada Test Site, NTS, is a United States Department of Energy reservation located in southeastern Nye County, Nevada, about 65 miles, 105 kilometers, northwest of the city of Las Vegas. Formerly known as the Nevada Proving Ground, the site, established on January 11, 1951, for the testing of nuclear devices, is composed of approximately 1,350 square miles, 3,500 kilometers square, of desert and mountainous terrain. Nuclear testing at the Nevada Test Site began with a 1 kiloton, 4 terajoule, bomb dropped on Frenchman Flat on January 27, 1951. Many of the iconic images of the nuclear era come from NTS. Between 1951 and 1992, there were a total of 928 announced nuclear tests at Nevada Test Site. Of those, 828 were underground. 62 of the underground tests included multiple, simultaneous nuclear detonations, adding 93 detonations and bringing the total number of NTS nuclear detonations to 1,021, of which 921 were underground. The site is covered with subsidence craters from the testing. The Nevada Test Site was the primary testing location of American nuclear devices. 126 tests were conducted elsewhere, many at the Pacific Proving Grounds in the Marshall Islands. During the 1950s, the mushroom cloud from these tests could be seen for almost 100 miles, 160 kilometers, in either direction, including the city of Las Vegas, where the tests became tourist attractions. Americans headed for Las Vegas to witness the distant mushroom clouds that could be seen from the downtown hotels. On July 17, 1962, the test shot, Little Feller Eye, of Operation Sunbeam became the last atmospheric test detonation at the Nevada Test Site. Underground testing of weapons continued until September 23, 1992, and although the United States did not ratify the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty, the articles of the treaty are nevertheless honored and further tests have not occurred. Subcritical testing, tests not involving the full creation of a critical mass, continue. One notable test shot was the Sedan shot of Operation Storax on July 6, 1962, a 104 kiloton shot for the Operation Plowshare, which sought to prove that nuclear weapons could be used for peaceful means in creating bays or canals. It created a crater 1,280 feet, 390 meters, wide and 320 feet, 100 meters, deep that can still be seen today. While most of the larger tests were conducted elsewhere, NTS was home to tests in the 500 kiloton to 1 megaton, 2 to 4 petajoule range, which caused noticeable seismic effects in Las Vegas. The site was scheduled to be used to conduct the testing of a 1,100-ton conventional explosive in an operation known as Divine Strike in June 2006. The bomb is a possible alternative to nuclear bunker busters. However, after objection from Nevada and Utah members of Congress, the operation was postponed until 2007. On February 22, 2007, the Defense Threat Reduction Agency, DTRA, officially canceled the experiment. NTS also performed piggyback testing of effects of nuclear detonation during the above-ground tests. Vehicles, shelters, utility stations, and other structures were placed at various distances from the ground zero detonation point of each weapon. Homes and commercial buildings were built to standards typical of American and European cities. Other structures included military fortifications of types used by both NATO and the Warsaw Pact, civil defense, and backyard shelters. In a typical test, several buildings might be built using the same plan, with different types of paint, landscaping, cleanliness of yards, wall angles, or distances from ground zero. Mannequins were placed in and around vehicles and buildings. High-speed cameras were placed in protected locations to capture effects of radiation and shock waves. Typical imagery from these cameras shows paint boiling off of the buildings, which then are pushed away from ground zero by the shock wave before being drawn towards the detonation by the suction caused by the climbing mushroom cloud. This testing allowed the development of guidelines distributed to the public to increase the likelihood of survival in case of air or spaceborne nuclear attack.